So, yeah, greetings, peace and greetings. I'm not gonna, well, it's not even, just get it out. So, this is to all, basically. Um, what I'll speak from my experience is that I realize that doing the connections I've had and realizing from the connections, again, acknowledgement, acceptance, um, acknowledging what I have experienced, subconsciously, what I have through my experiences with the matriarchal, the divine feminine. Um, it's seeing how in the patriarchal system that no longer is, which we're seeing a dismantle and arise in a matriarchal. It's like, how can I express it? Had we not, through our wounded place, through our imbalance, through our connections with the Most High Source, now seeing the subconscious programming on what the matriarchal was, what was projected to me as a child, seeing how that ultimately set the blueprint for relationships to this very moment. So me seeing the unhealed or imbalance in that outwardly was also an expression of what I was internalizing. So that being said, I had to become aware consciously now of what it is to be whole within myself due to the experiences I've had, the pain and struggles that I've had with the with the feminine aspect of what I endured from the matriarchal aspect. And coming to that awareness is now making that choice to break those chains, break those curses, release certain things, and to walk in the wholeness and the totality of what it is to be honor my masculinity and honor the feminine aspect. So this is to those that, let's say you co-created with someone, and let's say you had a guardian, or whomever it is that, again, these wasn't conscious relationships. They ignored, let's say your mother ignored her the truths about who she is, her inner truths, her inner darkness, her own demons, whether it be drug abuse, verbal abuse, just things that, again, a lot of us are aware now that people refuse to accept. See, a part of what we had to witness, let's say you were a little girl that grew up in an abusive home, or, grew up in a home where, you were raped by, a masculine figure. That experience, and let's say with my experience being touched by women, that experience never leaves you. In a sense of, it's hidden in the dark. So that place, that trauma, again, that issues, is stored in the programming of our subconscious. Whether someone was molested or certain things, and through that we are receiving this to be truth or love in sense. So when this happens, let's say you being a girl, and I've been aware of this. A lot of women do not speak. The woman does not speak about this in a lot of family dynamics that has happened, and men, because again, in a societal or in a place where being honest, being truthful, expressing ourselves freely is the opposite of what we're supposed to do here. That's not true, because your individuality and who you are and your own journey and what you have experienced is a part of your purpose to illuminate, which is hidden in families, which is no longer can be brushed up under the rug. So let's say, and I realized this in my own partnerships with others, like I was attracting feminine aspects of myself that, let's say, were abused or came from similar backgrounds, were raped or experienced some type of traumatic experience. But I was realizing that I was attracting aspects of myself. Like I even asked the mother I came to, like, has something happened to you? Have you been raped or whatever it is? And then, a lot of people don't have the courage to acknowledge it, accept it. And so when they do not accept and acknowledge this, again, that thing is still stored there. It's still hidden. And so these things, again, we have learned to not express about and not keep emotionally hidden. Will someday, there's a saying that the very, what you hide or, will someday fight to be acknowledged. What is hidden will fight. What's hidden will someday fight to be acknowledged. That's with everything. And so this is why you see the rise in people, the empowerment in people, empowerment in ourselves individually. Like, speak about what you have experienced, because it can touch the hearts of many. I realized through connections of what we had, what we saw as the false narrative of the divine feminine and masculine, it's not that. This is why those that call themselves, healers or light warriors, or whatever it is, are also shadow workers. Those that have to acknowledge what you've experienced. You have to acknowledge the dark to know what it is to walk in the light. That's what yin and yang is. Dark and light. I am my own yin to my yang. I am whole within myself. So being relationships that we attract is to purge what subconscious fears and false beliefs, and all those things that can no longer be hidden. This is why we attract these connections. This is why, again, it goes back to the connections where, let's say, we co-created with someone. The divine set it up to where they were supposed to mirror back to you the unhealed version, or the neglecting of what the divine masculine actually is, or what the divine mother actually is, the feminine and masculine aspect of who we are. Attracting the women that, were so focused more on, what I had, materialistically, not seeing the value in myself and who I am. My value has always been within. I've always honored, I will always express and be a giver, because the universal mother, she's a giver. So that's who I was. But I also had to learn, was I giving from a place? And see, I can see how society, or just this whole loop people have been in, if the focus has been the false value and narrative of giving externally, the whole value system on what it is to give. The universe is of abundance, so you can always give. We're naturally givers. We're naturally compassionate. We're naturally of the essence of love. But that whole concept, what was the patriarchal, is, or the whole misconception of what it really means. If men are told to, you got to have all this to get her, then the woman accepts, well, he got to have this for me to accept him. What does that have to do with the value of who you are? What's within? That's how the misconception of how a woman's womb or her portal, how she brings life here, the whole misconception around sex. I gotta have this just to get between your legs. No, I do not. And then again, that goes the whole misconception, miscommunication of what the divine is all about. Then we're attracting these connections and relationships, people coming from, unfulfilled places where they're not secure, and that's rooted in the root chakra. And so this energy has been given and passed. No, music, all this stuff kids seeing these things and they're thinking that this is acceptable. No, it's not. It has, this is what we see as the abuse of power. And so when we co-create in a child with someone, Spirit was showing me, it's like, some people that are aware consciously, you are at a place where your versions, the old version of you, or you coming into this awareness, is for that purpose, that you are different. You can be on different frequencies and timelines with people, meaning you're a part of your holistic, and coming into this this awareness is the purpose of sharing the message with others, not so much of just trying to get, and I realize it's trying to get this partner or person, trying to force people to get it. Some are not going to get it. Some won't get it here. Some won't get it, this lifetime. It's the focus is for you individually, which is interconnected, which is collectively for the greater good. And Spirit was showing me, like, I had to no longer, until people no longer see the feminine. Because, see, this is the programming. People have been seeing the feminine through a filter. As to the woman, the masculine has been seen through a filter. Afraid of the physical aspect of what I look like, because they know nothing about what it is to value who you are within. The spiritual aspect. Everything that creates me, the divine creation that I am, my bones, my hair, my eyes, my heart, my organs, my toes, my spiritual being, my emotional body, all these things. And so that's a part of, like, when we do exchange energy, people don't realize that you're awakening something within yourself, but you're also seeing the exchange of energy that happens. See, this is what the conscious represents. Not so much of this misconception of what the spiritual community is, because there is, the Creator don't care nothing about that. So to my women's, to mothers, fathers, whomever, you are attracting the aspects of these, you are attracting these connections purposefully, so you can know what it is to be secure within yourself, to know you are whole within yourself. Because what happens is you're going to manifest those women that have men, young men or whatever, little boys. If, you knew that you wasn't in a conscious relationship or something that you were aware of, but you're coming into this awareness now, you still, in essence, have manifested a masculine aspect of who you are, to mirror back to what it is you need to accept within yourself, which is a representation of the Father within you, the divine masculine. All those things that people wanted to, that you've been seeing, the illusion of what the patriarchal actually means, is also a representation of that, such as myself, the son, the man, the young man, And so, as to with the man, you've attracted a matriarchal, the divine, the feminine aspect of who you are. This is what's been going on for years, people, again, and it's like, it's the pain and the struggle that the women, men, so many have gone through all this system. Oh my goodness, man, if y'all only knew how much individually it's important for you to focus on your own, to know what it is to be secure within yourself, to heal, to love yourself. Because, bro, look how many millions of people that haven't fulfilled what it is they came here. And they've been focused on this illusion of the American dream, or this illusion of, oh, this is what it is to have this. No, the whole value system has changed. This is what the Taurus and North Node, South Node, Scorpio, South Node is. This shit is just as astrological, ethereal, cosmic, spiritual, as just it is physical. Yes. This is really what's been, it's not hidden anymore, but that's what's really been going on. That's the spell mankind kind of was up under, or the powers that was or no longer are, have been keeping people in this loop, or it's just physical. It's not. Because all the stuff that you know, look at your organs, look at what you are. What about the inside? Yes. Accept the fact that, yes, you co-created with someone. You accept this, but when does the healing start? When does the acknowledgement start? It starts with you individually. No longer, come on, mothers, fathers, everyone. Let go of the burdens of what has happened. I know it's easy said and done, but what has happened to you, because that's what it is. Until you acknowledge that what has happened with you is a reflection of your inner, feminine, masculine aspect of who you are, which is a representation of the father and mother aspect, which is why the divine feminine, we're acknowledging that now, because we've been so much of seeing how the patriarchal was, and this illusion of what, the mother should be and how the father should be. And man, there's so many lost people out here, man. And you that will see this, and some that are guided to this, you are the old souls, no matter really what age, but you are some of the ones that, again, you come into this awareness now because you're a part of it. Yeah, ain't no unseeing it. Can't unsee this shit. You know what I'm saying? It can't be undone. What's been done has been done. But that's why I realized that, this is what I need to say. To the mothers, like, that whole filter thing is, you have to see that you have these energies and those whole wounds and what you've experienced with the man, which is the patriarch of who you are, is so you can see yourself in a holistic way, because you're not separate from the man. Same as with the woman. I mean, the man, the masculine aspect. You giving this music and seeing how these men talk about women, and because they don't know the value of themselves and or the value of the woman or the daughter. So there you get it. Peace. Shalom.